Saturday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. My name's Caroline. Welcome back. It's Saturday, and yeah, it is as hot as this, almost as hot as the surface of the sun outside today. It is extremely humid and very hot, and so you can always tell my hair just goes. I can't do anything with it when the weather's like this. It just goes bananas. But that's okay. We're inside enjoying the air conditioning during the worst of today, and then we're gonna hold off until tonight to take Luna outside for WALK. She is right beside me on her bed, snoring up a storm. So you will be treated to the sonorous sounds of her snoring while we visit today. So a little bit of crafting to share with you that I did over the last night and a little bit this morning. My sock, my Fruity Pebbles sock. It was Milana Perkins who has aptly named this sock the Fruity Pebbles yarn. So coming along. I think I've maybe done, I don't know, 4 or 5 more rows since the last time I shared it with you. It's sometimes hard to get that to focus there. There we go. It's better. I've hidden away upstairs today to record because the house is very busy today. People in and out and making lots of noise. So I've snuck up here with my coffee to have a little chat. So yes, this was a yarn, Sock Club yarn from last year from Leo and Roxy, and I have a long way to go. However, it's the polar opposite to my big gray socks, isn't it? I know many of you have commented on that, and I think that's really fun. It really is. You couldn't get much further from the big gray sock than my Fruity Pebble sock, and I'm excited to have them on my feet. So, you know, they're practically knitting themselves. Okay, so that was my sock. The other thing that I did last night for the Friday Off the Grid Friday night stitching party was I had a new start last night. I started the Stonehouse Stitchworks Martin Luther King sampler yesterday. I talked a lot yesterday, so Friday's video has all the information. It's also my Focus on a Designer video for Arlene Cohen's Works by ABC. I haven't yet caught the Fiber Talk episode from last night, so that's on deck for some point this weekend. But I did talk about my new start in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to rehash all of the information today. If you're interested in what I'm using to stitch, I went on and on about it yesterday. So here's my start. I know those hoop marks, my 6-inch Q-snap is at the cottage, and I really, really, really do not like stitching in hand. So I'm using this tiny little hoop, and I don't love it, but it's better than stitching in hand. So those marks will iron right out when I'm done. Just, you know, you can, it's just going to be this is a piece of scrap silk weaver fabric that I had, and it is it's a Zweigart 40 count country mocha, and that's my start. Loving it. Really, really loving it. So I am keeping everything in except for the pattern. The pattern is on my iPad. I use Evernote to keep my cross stitch patterns in, and I use Knit Companion for my knitting patterns. So Evernote, it's not ideal. I know a lot of people love, there's an app that Android users are raving about. My friend Virtuti absolutely loves it. is it Pattern? It's called Pattern Keeper, I think. It's the Android app that, especially people who stitch full coverage pieces, they find that it's an excellent way to keep track of your progress and, you know, highlighting the chart, different colors that you're currently stitching. Apparently it's an amazing app. I don't have an Android tablet, and as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, it's not available for the iPad yet. So maybe one day soon. I would love to. I know that I would purchase it for sure. So for now, I keep my PDF cross stitch patterns, I keep them in Evernote, and then that allows me to have the iPad next to me, and then I can enlarge the screen. The only thing you can't do in it, which I really wish you could, is highlight what you've stitched. I know other people use PDF readers, but I'm not usually a chart highlighter anyways, so up until now, it's been fine. So I keep all of I'm keeping my Martin Luther King sampler project in a very special project bag that was gifted to me from It Is Kismet, Diana, It Is Kismet. She made this project bag and gifted it to me last year at the New Jersey Flosstubers retreat. So it kind of feels like this whole project came together from so many different, you know, avenues through that retreat where I met so many great people last year. So all my stuff is in my Diana bag. So that's nice. Whether I get back to it this weekend or not, probably I might do a little bit more because it's nice and small. I actually, for the first time ever, I don't usually stitch outside. I do in the breeze room at the cottage because it's screened in, but normally I don't usually sit outside and stitch. I usually like to knit outside, but I took it outside yesterday because it was so small and everything was contained in the project bag, and I put my first few stitches in out on the porch, which was really nice. Okay, so that was my new start from yesterday. The other thing that I worked on last night, I know I mentioned I was going to work on Savon, and I didn't, because I really wanted to put a few more lengths of thread into my Glendon Place Hope and Strength stitch along, because I really, my goal is to have this piece finished by the fall. So I know that's a lofty goal, and I normally fall short of my goals. However, this piece I really would like to make the push and have it done by the fall. Now, that's still a bit of a vague term. I'm not giving a date. I'm not even giving a month, because to me the fall is, you know, it's that time where you might have a heat wave, you might have snow, you never know what you're going to get, but it's not Christmas. So at some point before Christmas, this piece will be done. And so if that's going to happen, then I have to put in consistent work into it. The other piece that I had said that I would like to have done by the end of June is my Ink Circles Thread and Eye Mandala. And if that's going to happen, I'm really going to have to put my foot down and hurry that along a little bit, because so far I have, you know, someone said this once. They said, because I think I had said I don't finish very much stuff, and they said, might have even been Maria Kutzner. She has a Flosstube channel, and she's so nice. I love Maria. It might have been Maria who said, you do finish lots of stuff. We just don't see all of the stuff you finish because, well, I ship it all out. It's true. I make stuff all day long, but you know, you don't see most of that. Some of you have my bags in your home, so I do finish lots of stuff. It's just not always my own personal projects. So that's something that always, when Maria said that, made me feel a little bit better about the fact that I don't always have, because I like to stitch big projects and I don't have a lot of finishes, but that's okay. It's all joy making, right? whatever you do, whether you're a serial starter or a monogamous stitcher or a serial finisher or one at a time or lots at a time, or you have too many whips on the go and you can't count them. It's really, it's your own personal thing. Whatever makes you happy. And this does make me happy. Okay, so thread and eye. We're not talking about the mandala now. Glendon Place, Hope and Strength Stitch Along. I put 2 more lengths of thread in and I finished all of the lettering at the top of the design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and show you, because it's actually on my floor frame at the moment. So I'll turn the camera around so that I can show you my progress. So there you go. You can see I finished all of those. Oh, and if I angle my frame a little bit, the color comes out. It's a beautiful bright sunny day today. And so I finished all of my letters at the top. But the next thing I'd like to do is I would like to finish this border. There's a bird, a beautiful bird in the middle here, and then this border comes down along the other side. So I'd like to finish that. These are all Dinky Dye silks. And this one here, this beautiful variegated color, you can see, let me see if I can bring that into the light a little bit more. There. There we go. And this is called Ocean Grove. Dinky Dye's Ocean Grove. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, love it. So yeah, this is coming along. I'd love to get to the other lion on the other side, have him stitched, because I did this one fairly quickly. It didn't take me too long. This fabric is just so beautiful. It's a Picture This Plus 32 count jade. It's just beautiful. Love it. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on this later this evening. So there you go. Okay, so that's it for me today. I have a few more chores to get done this afternoon. Laundry and dishes. I kid you not. And I know those of you at home still, you know, not going out a lot, isolating, cooking most of your meals from home. The dishes for just 4 people, it's astonishing how many dishes we use and how often we're having to clean up and clean up and clean up and clean up and clean up. And the laundry, it's never ending, but you know, we are lucky to have food on our plates. So no complaints about the dishes. Okay, I would be remiss to not at least mention once today the talk of the cross stitch world at the moment. The very fact that Long Dog Samplers at the moment has it's an astonishing chart. If you're a fan of Long Dog Samplers, at the moment, Jules, she goes by Jules, Pandemic. It is at the moment free for download. It is astonishingly beautiful, and you have to go to the website and read what is there about the chart and why they've decided to give it out for free for a week. It's only 1 week. So if you're watching this video today and you love Long Dog Samplers, you're going to want to pop over there now and download your free copy, because it's so generous of them to offer this up to the community. And I was resisting, I'm not gonna lie. I was really resisting, because I thought, you know, even though it's free, you don't need to start another Long Dog Samplers. I started Death by Cross Stitch 3 years ago. I'll show it to you on Monday. I think I have 1 square inch done. I love it, don't get me wrong. I love it, but 1 square inch. death by cross stitch. It's massive. Pandemic is massive. I have no business starting that piece. So I was holding off and holding off and holding off, and everybody was posting about it on Instagram, and everybody was tagging me in, and have you seen this? And oh, have you seen? Yeah. And then it was Michelle, Cozy Egg. Her post put me over the edge on Instagram, and I thought, well, I have to download it. It was completely fear of missing out. If I don't download this now, I'm going to miss my chance. So I downloaded it. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. So I'm going to insert a photo of it right here. And there will be a link to that pattern in the drop-down box below. Enjoy. Just astonishingly good. It's just so beautiful. Oh, okay. So that's it for me. I can't postpone going to do the dishes any longer. And I'll see you on Monday. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.